Hi guys, I'm now making the video. So this is my makeup routine. As you can tell, this is me all natural. I have to cover, sorry about my air conditioner. I have to cover the eye bags and just my overall face because I have like uneven redness. So what I use is this. Most people use the top of their blender. Do not do that. If you have a flat one like this, even if it's round, use the bottom. Use the bottom. And this, I don't use concealer because my concealer doesn't really match my skin tone. But I use the Haus Labs foundation. As you can see, it matches my tone. It just, the camera doesn't help. What do? I take this and I take the foundation. Jesus, my air conditioner. And I go like this. I do 3 pumps just to cover my entire face. Sometimes I need more, it depends. So some people smear on their foundation. That's not what I do. I dab it out. I know it looks really light, but trust me, I know what I'm doing. And then you can do slight blending like that, and then blend it out. I know it looks really light, but you need to trust the process here. We don't talk about my aggressively large forehead, okay guys? But yeah, I basically cover my entire face. And I know I look a bit like a ghost. I definitely forgot to grab some stuff. So, as you can see, it's very evenly spread across my face. I look like a ghost now, but at least it kind of matches my overall skin tone, because I'm a very pale person. So this is just the base. I need, there's no blush in this. No. Give me just a moment. There it is. So this is the blush I use. I use the nude stick in color Sherry. So when I do this, I go up at an angle. Again guys, let's trust the process. And then this has a built-in brush, is why I love it so much. Sometimes I go back in with more foundation to make sure it's clean, like this. I know it's looking crazy, guys. And then what makes it look not so crazy is when I do eyeshadow and lipstick. So we're gonna actually do lipstick first. So what I have for lipstick is Urban Decay. I've had this for a really long time, in the shade Back Talk. Now I just take the lipstick and I blend it out. And then you have the lips, looking a bit like a clown right now. Okay. So now I'm going to do the eyeshadow, which really pulls it together. I'm using Patrick TA. Well, this is a reflection. And then it's a nude palette with glitters and a built-in eyeliner, which I will be using. So what I do first is I take this tone and put it on my brush, and then to make sure pigmented. And then I just do a simple base. I'm just showing you at first, guys, and then I'm gonna do it in my mirror. I wish my camera wasn't so grating. And then I've done my bases, which you can see it's already starting to make me look less like a clown. This is really fucking long. I'm not, but yeah. And then I take this second tone right here, and I go in with the brush. I do very light, and I kind of blend it into the eyeshadow. And then I do that. I didn't scare myself. And then I go in, this is the wrong brush. I use a smaller brush to clean it up with the lighter eyeshadow. I use that first. And take the dark and put it in the corner and blend up with it. See, guys? And then I'm going to take this brush, which is an angled brush, and then I think with this one is a lighter one. So I'm using this one today. I'm going to take this one, and I go at an angle, which and then I blend it into my eye. And then you just do the same thing on the other eye, which I know seems so hard. I know it's definitely hard. I've been practicing for a really long time. And you notice when I put this in, it makes the rest of my lashes pop. That's what it does. So again, you go in at an angle and then blend into your eye. Does not give you the same effect. There we go. And then you have a complete makeup look. Oh, and I know my hair's a little atrocious right now, but it's a little atrocious. But once you have hair down, you have a very cute makeup look. So that is how I do my makeup.